Jackie Shinnish, escorted by Senior Vice President Alan Peter. Secretary of the Junior Class, Scarlett Grimsky, escorted by Mark Stout. Student Council Representative of the Junior Class, Christy Torpson, escorted by Chris Emerson. Student Council Representative of the Senior Class, Carmen Yankee, escorted by Scott Peterson. Kim Herman, escorted by Darryl Johansson. Kathy Barker, escorted by Brandon Dyke. Melissa Hogan, escorted by Scott Peterson. Terry Johnson, escorted by David Lindenthal. Ronald Peterson, escorted by Shannon Chandler. Tori Alderman, escorted by Mike Brown. Ethan Cunningham, escorted by Paul Wheeling. Michelle Eason, escorted by Jason Flowers. Tara Franklin, escorted by Andy Philball. Laura Sandstrom, escorted by Jim Fry. Melissa Addison, escorted by Troy Watt. Sherry Simmons, escorted by Mike Putnam. Jackie Dwyer, escorted by Sean Wagner. Nikki Dyke, escorted by Crystal Lockwood. Marshall Franklin, escorted by Tracy Peterson. Terry Peterson, escorted by Scott Larson. Lisa Warner, escorted by Tyler Shaver. Shannon Riley, escorted by Darwin Rutledge. Nancy Simmons, escorted by Brent Larson. Christy Butterfield, escorted by Leon Sandstrom.
Senior President Joe Ransom, escorted by Andy Wall. Escorted by Alan Peters. Senior Vice President Ronnie Peterson, escorted by Roger Rose. Junior Secretary Mark Franklin, escorted by John Hill. Senior Secretary Treasurer Charlie Ramsey, escorted by Mark Stalford. Nancy Shepard, escorted by Junior Treasurer Jan Simpson. Senior Student Health Representative Christy Torben, escorted by Graham Meyer. Barbara Larson, escorted by Tyler Schaefer. Pam Haugen, escorted by Mark Larson. Tammy Zablotny, escorted by Sean Waggle. Terry Johnson, escorted by Troy Walters. Tara Franklin, escorted by Jason Garzonio. Michelle Enixon, escorted by Darren Tabor. Missy Otteson, escorted by Jay Hansen. Missy Frank, escorted by Gary Jannings. Sherry Simmons, escorted by Robert Christensen. Lori Christensen, escorted by Jim Fry. Dean Cunningham, escorted by Darren Dyke. Rhonda Shaleski, escorted by Jeffrey Jorgensen. Vicky Dalby, escorted by Scott Larson. Desiree Peterson, escorted by Scott Franklin. Sherry Enixon, escorted by Rick Sprinkle. Shelley Addison, escorted by Travis Colvin. Kelly Carnett, escorted by Eric Branch. Heather Watt, escorted by Brian Jans. Kelly Ness. Dan Eulerson, escorted by Brent Larson. Christy Butterfield, escorted by Robbie Edwards. Carrie Peterson, escorted by Jeff Bolden. Lisa Warner, escorted by Stacy Sandstrom. Lori Simonson, escorted by Scott Newcomb. Carrie Petrick, escorted by Trent Honda. Vicky Zablotny, escorted by Carrie Yoder. Sheila Dreher, escorted by Jeff Geardrock. The 1989 Grand March.
accomplishments that they've had this year. Particular thanks to Nancy for putting all these letters and getting these trophies together. Thank you to the people who come out of town, in particular Bill Woods, the football coaches from Marshall, and Mr. Lee from Plaza. Thank you for coming here too. Most of you have an agenda here, and what we'll do, we'll just continue on down the line with the agenda here, and we'll start out with the Army Awards.
Good evening. My name is Todd Simonson. I'm a United States Army Reserve recruiter out of Minot, North Dakota. And right here, I'm beginning to become tradition with the Army Reserve Scholar Athletic Award. What this award is to give out to the two outstanding students in the body that achieve high academics and plus is an outstanding athlete. Throughout the years, we've been tracking through thousands of schools, winners and stuff, and some of these winners have pressed on to become gold medalists in Olympics. Most of them end up in very professional jobs. They're achievers. To get this award, you have to be an achiever. You have to burn the candle at both ends. Because not everybody can play basketball or whatever the sport is and do an outstanding job and work hard at that, and then on top of it, Monday mornings or Tuesdays or whatever day it is, have that final exam and get that high mark. And that's what this award is all about, to give it out to the two outstanding achievers. And at this moment, I'd like to have Mark Larson. Would you please stand forward? Come forward. And Jill Wrench, would you please step forward? A little bit about Jill. She played on the girls' basketball team, was on the dean's list, and did an outstanding job for the girls on the team there. And Mark, he played basketball and football, and was also on the dean's list, and he was a backbone on both teams there.
Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Mark Delaney from the Minot Air Force Base. No, he's not here. He was unable to make it today, but we do have an award for the top math and science student from North Shore. What they received is a large certificate here. Jill Wrench.
I'm here tonight representing the PTO. First thing I want to tell you is that right afterwards we have a PTO meeting and it involves work, so all of you show up. PTO is very happy this year to recognize two students who reached the very highest level of academic excellence. They were the very best in the state in their respective grades among Class B schools. Clint Severance was the Class B champion for the Warren County Math math counts competition, and then went on to become a member of the Ward County team which won the state math counts competition. David Anderson has been tested as the highest ranking freshman in the entire state among Class B schools. David. Now remember, I want to see all of you in half an hour or so.
One of the neighbors is
John did such an excellent job, he should give out all these awards. Anyway, our math year starts out in October with the Jamestown College Math Test. This year, approximately 2,300 students from a 4-state area participated. We had 3 students receive special awards for finishing in the top 10%, and 11 this year receiving honorable mention. Top 10 finishers this year are sophomore Carrie Peterson, freshman Travis Franklin, and freshman David Anderson. They will each receive a certificate and a math pen. Receiving certificates for honorable mention were, in the junior division, Christy Butterfield, Anita Bergeson, Heidi Banksmith, Kelly Karna, Crystal Brandbowl, and Lisa Warner. In the senior division for honorable mentions were Tracy Peterson, Christy Gatormson, Rondi Peterson, Chris Zablotny, and Sean Weigel. In April, we attend the math track meet. This year, 60 teams and over 350 students participated. Tracy Peterson received the plaque for finishing 4th overall in the individuals competition, and the team this year received the trophy for 3rd place. Those team members are seniors Christy Gatormson, Jill Wrench, Rondi Peterson, Sean Weigel, Mark Larson, and Darla Dobrinsky, and juniors Tyler Schaefer, Jackie Shenfish, Marshall Franklin, and Tracy Peterson. Also in April, we competed in the UNDW Business Days competition. We finished in the top 10 in 11 events this year. Winners include Jill Wrench, 10th place, Math 1. Rondi Peterson, 9th place in spelling. Tyler Schaefer, 7th place in advertising. Tracy Peterson, 6th place, residential floor plan and design. Our computer experts, Sean Weigel, Mark Larson, and Chris Zablotny, 5th place in team programming. Shannon Shenfish, 5th place, computer terminology. Jill Rich, 3rd place in advanced math. Mr. Positive needs to be exercised. We had 2 persons this year receive first place in their categories. Each of these will receive a first place plaque and a college scholarship. These persons are Tara Franklin, Furniture Arrangement, and Mr. Positive, Tracy Peterson, in Business Mathematics. And finally, the last and my favorite award. The American High School Math exam was taken this year by over 4,300 North Dakota students. Its purpose is, and I quote, to identify students who possess unusual mathematical ability, and we definitely have some of these at North Shore. The contest consists of all areas of pre-calculus math and is open to any high school student. 18 Class B students had their names placed on the North Dakota State Honor Roll. This student was one of them. He was not only the top freshman to receive the award, he was the only one. David Anderson.
I'm driving.
Okay, I'd like the following junior high students to come down. Carolyn Peterson, Tracy Bench, Quinn Severance, and Cayenne Carna, and Dean Coleman.
When's his junior,
Carolyn, Tracy, Cayenne, and Dean took first team place in the math county competition in Minot in February.
The small numbers.
And at this competition, Clint Severance took first place, the top individual. And then Clint went on to state as with Ward County team, and the Ward County team took first at state. Last week, these 5 students plus Darren Lifeson entered the Minot area math track team or competition in Minot as a team, and Clint was top individual in the county with 36 out of 40 points, and Dean Colden was a top individual winner also with 24 points.
By the awards given out, the awards that are going to continue, really some outstanding students that we have here in North Shore. And the science award, there was only one. I wish there was more than that. But this is given by Bosch & Lone Optical Company, and they give it to the student with the highest grade average through the 4 years of high school for science. And they said, I wish I had several, because there were a good handful of kids with very high averages, high B's, grade A's in 4 years of science. And this year the award goes to Jill Ranch.
I'm here on behalf of the State Bar Association of North Dakota. I'm attorney impartial, and every year, this is the 41st year, the State Bar Association has given out a Constitution Award, and basically it goes to one student who must be a senior in each high school, and the criteria for the award is demonstrating the best understanding of the function of the Constitution of the United States and our form of government. And this year's winner of the Constitution Award for 1989 is Chris DeBlotton.
I think this podium's too tall for me. I think I'm on my business with that. I'm here to hand out the girls' basketball awards, and I'm going to ask two people to come down and help me. These two people help me all through the year. They help keep stats. They also get to carry the water around, the medicine kit, wash the clothes, all kinds of fun things. They have one more job left to do. That's Christine Schaefer and Crystal Brandel. These two, if you haven't figured it out yet, were my student managers. I also had other people that helped me. The stats this year were Brian Jans and Eric. Letter winners this year, seniors, Darla Dobrinsky. Why don't you just hold your applause till they all come down, please. Kristika Torpson, Rhonda Peterson, Jill Ranch, Sherry Semin, juniors, Marshall Franklin, Jackie Shenfish, sophomores, Christy Butterfield, and Lisa Warner, and our only freshman letter winner, Kelly Parton. As you can see, we have quite a group of seniors up here. There's 6 of them that will be losing next year. It's going to be tough to fill their shoes, but I do have a group of kids that did a fine job on the JV team this year, and they will be trying to fill their shoes. I would like to announce their names now. Anita Bergeson, Sheila Dreer, Janelle Jams, Sherry Jo Petrick, Heidi Banksness, Heather Watt, and Nikki Zablotny. You can come on down here too.
Good try, I suppose. That's all we can do. Oh, yeah.
Two of the awards we give tonight were simply earned by the girls through the stats. No score, the leading scorer, and that was Jackie Shenfish. And leading rebounder, and that was Darla Dobrinsky. The other awards that I'm going to hand out tonight were voted on by the girls. Their teammates chose them as deserving these awards. First of all, elected as captain of the team was Jill Wrench. No, we don't have enough. Best defense went to Jackie Shenfish. Most improved went to Michelle Enixon. And hardest worker went to Rhonda Peterson. Why don't you give them one more round of applause? It's a great bunch
here tonight to give awards for boys basketball. A little bit of review about our season. This year we finished 10-10, which was an improvement over the year before, fourth in the district. And I guess I'd like to tell you one stat that I'm proudest of, and I hope the boys take some pride in, is the year before we gave up 77 points a game. This year, this last season, we cut that to 59 points a game. That's quite an improvement defensively. I guess I've learned and the boys learned that defense wins games. And I think they'll take pride in that and improve every year. I'd like to start out by introducing the seniors. When I call your name, fellas, please come down. Senior letter winners, Troy Walters. Troy had a good career here at North Shore High School. During his career, he scored 942 points and had 422 rebounds. This past year, Troy scored 14 points a game, gave out 4 assists. We asked him to handle the ball this year. He did a good job. Next, Mark Larson. Mark Larson had an equally good career. He scored 925 points and had 379 rebounds. Mark averaged 18 points a game this year. He was a good inside player the last 2 years. Next, Chris Blotny. Chris scored 11 points a game for us this year and had a very good year for us. And our final senior, Sean Waggle. Sean did a good job coming off the bench for us. When he played well. Now, I see quite a few of you parents of athletes here, so now would be a good time to make all of you aware of this. Troy and Mark not only left their legacy on the school, they've left it on District 25. This past spring, superintendents in District 25 voted unanimously to institute a rule that says any student athlete that misses games because of a rules violation involving alcohol, tobacco, whatever, will not be eligible for all district awards. That not only applies to boys and girls basketball, but applies to cheerleaders. So you parents can be aware of that. Come the seasons, that's the way it's going to be in District 25. Next, the juniors. Scott Larson, Tracy Peterson, and Shannon Shenfield. I'd like to throw a challenge out to these juniors. I hope they can provide the same leadership that these seniors who are graduating provided. Leadership of your senior ball players is very important. Made a big difference in our year this year. It's worth at least a couple of victories. Hopefully these juniors can provide the same kind of leadership. Our sophomore letter winners: Brent Larson, Brian Jans, Philip Brandvold, and Eric Wrench. I can see Brian left the house without his mother's approval. Brent and Brian, they started all year, you might have noticed. Brent averaged 11 points a game and 7 rebounds. Brian averaged 6 points a game and 5 rebounds. Expect a lot out of them the next few years. They're good ball players. I'm sure they'll show it. And finally, our non-letter winners, the fellas who helped our program, practicing every day, had a good year of B squad. Boys that didn't earn letters this year are Scott Newcomb, Tracy Zablotny, Darren Dobrinsky, and David Anderson. Those 4 boys are very valuable participants in our program. We look for them to contribute in the future. And finally, important part of my team, the people that organized the team and also me. These girls, I guess we couldn't do without. They did a little bit of everything for us, and I really appreciate the help they gave me. Jill Wrench, Jackie Shenfish, Crystal Brandvold, and Christy Butterfield, my statisticians. Oh, we'll give out the awards. Can't forget those. What do we got here? Start out with the awards achieved by stats kept all year. Our leading rebounder this year, 7 rebounds a game, is Brent Larson. Leading scorer this year at 18.1 points a game, Mark Larson. Awards voted on by the members of the team. The first one goes to the hardest worker, person who works hard, improves his game, works hard in practice every day, stays after, does a little bit of work. And that person is Chris Zablotny. Our best defensive player is the next award. This person played hard on defense all the time. And as you can see, he was our leading rebounder, meaning he played defense that way also, and that's Brent Larson. And our final award, before I have some closing comments, goes to the team MVP. That person is the team that led us all year, on and off the court. Showed great leadership, showed great ability, encouraged the younger kids, helped the younger kids with their skills. All those things add up. I'm proud to give this award to Mark Larson. Finally, I'd just like to add, I guess, for us to be successful next year and the following years, our boys must play during the summer. They must improve their skills, must play together, must play a lot. Parents, you can encourage your kids to play, give them the opportunity to play summer, if that, maybe give them a little time off or something, they'd sure appreciate that. I guess we all should remember, for all of our kids, this is the only opportunity in their lives they're going to have this chance to either get to the regional or the state basketball championship. When they get to be my age, when they get to be your age, they can work the rest of their lives. I guess maybe we should give them that opportunity to participate in those aspects. Thank you for listening. Thanks, fellas.
I have the cheerleading awards for our varsity squad. First of all, we'll go with the seniors, Darla Dobrinsky, Christy Gatormson, Sherry Salmon, and Rondi Peterson. Would you please come forward and accept your certificates? squad next year, and we look for lots of leadership. Nancy Simmons. And I'd also like to mention that our squad placed second in partial during the districts. They have a competition for the cheerleaders now, and they did very well, getting second. And also there was one girl that made the all-district squad, Christy. She received an award as well. And I also have a surprise. Last fall, our seniors home ec department sponsored a pep fest, and we had some cheerleaders that were involved with that. And the guys probably can't believe that I'm doing this. And I want to say that their efforts were truly outstanding. Even with the hairy legs and the extremely large bus lines, they really had put forth a lot of effort. So we would like to recognize them right now. Troy Walters. Dwayne Lifeson, I don't believe he's here tonight. Sean Weigel.
Next set of awards are the Honor Scholarships Award. And the first one is a Presidential Academic Fitness Award. It's a carryover from President Reagan in his era, I guess. And he still has a signature on it. I assume next year that Mr. Bush will have his signature on it. But it recognizes a 3.33 grade point average, and it also recognizes the transfers from one grade to the other, so it goes to the 8th graders and seniors. The two 8th graders that received this award this year are Carolyn Peterson and Tracy Wrench. The seniors who received this award: Darla Dobrinsky, Christy Gatormson, Rondi Peterson, Jill Wrench, and Sean Weigel. The next award is called the North Dakota Academic All-State Award. The individual who received this award received an honorable mention candidate for the North Dakota Academic All-State team. This award recognizes high academic achievement, and it goes to senior Jill Lynch. The next award is really an honor award, but it has a lot to do with honor awards and good academics. It's a perfect attendance. And of course, I realize we've got several days of school left this year, but hopefully these people can maintain their good attendance standing. 7th grader Clint Severance. 8th grader Daniel Larson. Daniel's here. freshman Anita Bergeson, Kelly Farnan, Nicole Zablotny, sophomore Crystal Randall, and this one's quite unique when you get a senior to get perfect attendance, Crystal Zablotny.
Mr. Shaw gave me 12 minutes to do these things, so I better get moving. I'd like to start out with the junior high vocal and instrumental awards that we go to Mohall each year and participate in. And if these kids will come forward as I call their names, I'll pass out their ribbons. Melanie Hagan, Kyan Karna, Darren Lightson, Clinton Severin. Well, if all the 7th and 8th graders would come up here, that would help. Melody's not here. Kyan Karna on vocal ensembles and solos. Darren's not here. Clint Severins. Peter Smith here. Darren Vagnus. Art Hansen's not here. Dean Colton. Dean joined us this year from Garrison, for those of you that don't realize it. He's going to be a nice addition to our high school choir next year. Tammy Colton. Daniel Larson. Carolyn Peterson. Tracy Wrench. Wade Springer's not here. And Heidi Walk. Also, I would like to recognize my senior choir members. We're losing a good bunch of singers this year from the choir. So if they would just come forward as I call the names. I don't have anything for you, but I'd like to recognize you anyways. From sopranos, Jill Wrench, Ethan Cunningham. Altos, Sherry Semin, Michelle Ethanson. And from the guys section, Jim Fry and Sean Weigel. Also, we take part in the Region 8 District Solo Ensemble Contest each year and the Large Group Ensemble Contest each year. And I've got a certificate here for the choir. It says this is certified North Shore High School choir, has attained all-star ratings in the Region 8 Large District Contest, which these kids helped us achieve this year. They get a certificate. This goes on my wall. Also, for the solo and ensemble contest, those kids that receive star ratings in districts receive a certificate also, and then they advance to the state. We didn't fare as well at the state as we had hoped to do, but they did do pretty well down there also. The state competition is real tough. But I have the Region 8 certificates for these students, and those if they would come up also that are not up here. In the girls' vocal ensemble, Christine Schaefer, Kelly Karna, Sherry Semin, Heidi Vagnus, Crystal Brandvold, Jill Wrench, Marshall Franklin, Jackie Shenfish, and Lisa Warner. Also, we had one vocal soloist that started the state at district contest. She received an honorable mention for her first time ever in state. It was Christine Schaefer. In the instrumental awards, I'd like to start with the junior high certificates for those 7th and 8th graders that helped out and participated. Cayenne Carna, Darren Vagsness, Heidi Walk, and Tracy Wrench. Our freshman letter winners this year, if they would come forward. Kelly Carna, Sheila Dreher, Heidi Vagsness, Nikki Zablotny, Janelle Jans, Anita Burgess,en Heather Walk, Darren Dobrinsky, Carrie Jo Petrick, Tracy Zablotny, Neil Jans, Derek Fisher, and Herb Kraft. Our 2-year letter winners, which are the sophomores. Our 3-year letter winners are the juniors, and our seniors, which are 4-year letter winners. Starting with sophomores, Lisa Warner, Eric Wrench, Nancy Simmons, Scott Newcomb, Christine Schaefer, Carrie Peterson, Brian Jans, Crystal Brandel. Juniors, Tracy Peterson, Tyler Schaefer, Scott Franklin. And our seniors, which I'm going to really miss next year. Rondi Peterson, Darla Dobrinsky, Jill Wrench, Christy Thompson, Tori Alderman, Sherry Seven, Eden Cunningham, Sean White, Chris Zablotny, and Jim Fry. Marty, I'm not done yet. I'm trying. Also, in the instrumental solo and ensemble, we had a very unique ensemble go to districts this year, a combination of oboe and violin. They went to state. They didn't do as well at state as we had hoped, but they did do a fine job down there. And that's Lisa Warner on violin and Jill Wrench on oboe. And they played a very nice duet. Also, I have one of these for All Stars, again this year for 2 years in a row for the band at District Contest Large Group. I've got 2 left. This one I've never given out before. We've got one individual in the band. I think I'm going to start this with this year. This person last year and at the beginning of this year and previous years could barely play their way out of a wet paper bag, to put it bluntly. The improvement that all of us up here have heard in this person this past year has astounded every one of us. In fact, they've even applauded this young person during rehearsals. Just actually and on. And our most improved award goes to Mr. Derek Fisher. Now all we got to do is get you a new horn. Also, each year I give out the Arian Award. This goes to an outstanding senior. It is strictly on musical ability and academic achievement. They must maintain a high grade point average and show excellence in their playing and their leadership qualities throughout the music department. This year we have a tie. It came right down to the final day today of trying to decide who, and it was too close to decide, so we're going to give it to both of them this year. I only have one award, the other one's in the mail, all right? So you will get yours. But this year, Arian Award recipients are Sherry Semin and Joe Wrench. Got one final comment. We're losing a lot of good seniors, and I would really appreciate your parents to keep the underclassmen playing this summer. They're going to lose too much if they don't. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the North Shore administration for inviting us over and giving us this opportunity to talk about football for this year. I'd like to first introduce the junior high coach from Marshall. That's Mr. Sheldon Welch here to make a presentation on a junior high football player.
I also want to introduce my partner in crime, so to speak, Bill Woods, who is also a junior high coach over in Marshall. This year we had two individuals again from North Shore who participated in junior high football, and it's kind of a repeat. If I could have recorded my talk last year, I'd have said it again this year. Darren Dubrinsky and Tracy Zablotny have played now for 3 years and have done just an excellent job in their skills as football players. They're two individuals who will do just about anything for you, play just about any position, and they're just a couple of really good guys to have around. In speaking for Mr. Woods, I think we're both going to miss them very, very much, and I know that Mr. Burkhart and Mr. Greeneich are grinning ear to ear because they're going to have them next year. Guys, you come down here, please. Darren and Tracy.
It's kind of nice to know that your two senior ball players from North Shore here received recognition for their bus line and hairy legs. This year in football was kind of an enjoyable one based on the fact that the young men who played football this year for Marshall North Shore Plaza accomplished something that we weren't expected to do. They won the region, and in large part that was due to the seniors. And the fact that two seniors from North Shore had a great contribution that they made to this team this year, I'd like to call these two young men down here and make some presentations to them. Would Jim Fry and Troy Walters please come down here, please? I'd like to present a letter football to Jim Fry for lettering in football this year. Jim was the kid this year that I probably noticed the most for his work ethic, and that is he worked really hard. There were some games when he didn't get to play because we had a lot of seniors, but when he did play, he played well. And I really appreciate the fact that he was out for football the last 2 years. Thank you, Jim. For Troy, Troy's played football for the last 3 years. Of those 3 years, of the seniors on the team this year, he is by far the leading receiver. He was high in the point total this year for defense. I'm really going to miss this young man. The Region 8 trophy for all conference goes to this young man. He was all conference this year. Then with a great deal of pleasure, I'd like to present to these two young men the Region 8 1988 WDC Champion Trophy. This is presented on behalf of the Partial Quarterback Club and the football coaching staff. We would like to present this to these two young men because their face among the crowd in here is one of the reasons why we won this trophy. And I'm extremely proud of both these young men. And lastly, I'd like to thank these two because last week at the partial awards night, the seniors presented Mr. Burkhardt and myself with some exceptionally beautiful trophies. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank these two guys because their names were on the cards and it wouldn't have been the same without them. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Mr. Burkhardt, I really appreciate you too.
Me and Jimmy would like to say something about football. We'd like to thank Mr. Burkhardt, Mr. Greenite for the last 3 years, accepting us so well. It's hard to go from one town to another to play. And I don't know, we made a lot of friends for the past 3 years, and we couldn't have did it without them because they showed us the way. They made the players see that we were the same, and all we got to do is say thanks.
Say something. There's a bunch of juniors and sophomores up there that could really play football well if they'd just get out and try it.
I've got one more thing to do here. I wasn't on the program, and I'll accept it this time, but not again. As a lot of you probably don't even know, this past year, North Shore and Partial have co-opted in Sandrine's golf. And I'm happy to say that Troy Walters has been participating or splitting his time between baseball and golf this year. And he's been a very, very added, enjoyable addition to the team. As a lot of you know, when Troy's around, it's usually not real quiet, and he made a lot of long bus trips, go pretty fast, and putting up with probably the most obnoxious wisecracks and jokes in my life. He was still happy to be there, and we were happy to have him there. He's going to be participating later on this month in the state Sandrine's golf playoff. Every Sandrine's team in the state of North Dakota plays off one day, and the top 8 teams continue on to the state tournament. The past 4 years in a row, Partial has placed 9th, and we're looking for Troy to also help out with that and get us over that hump and get us in the state tournament and hopefully do very well. And tonight I'd like to award Troy with a letter in golf for this year.
I'm here on behalf of the Plaza North Shore track program. And first of all, I would like to thank the administration, Mr. Michelson, for having me here and allowing me to present these awards here tonight. I also want to commend all the athletes, not just the athletes that are involved in track, but those of you that are involved in girls basketball, boys basketball, football, music. I find it hard to believe that you have any other time than what you have reserved for these sports, as well as the accomplishments you have in academics and the importance of academics and athletics together. So you all should be commended on that. We had 6 individuals that participated in the Plaza North Shore track program this year. 5 of those were letter winners, 1 8th grader. And a little bit about the season. On April 15th, in the first meet of the year, our senior high boys division placed first in the Western Dakota Conference track meet held at Tioga, which was quite an accomplishment and it was a successful start. Also, the junior high boys division, as well as the junior high girls division, which consists of 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, both placed second in the North Shore Conference meet held at Stanley and Newtown. So that's quite an accomplishment. I believe the girls were just edged out on the last event, as well as the boys. So they've been very successful from that point of view. Senior high boys also placed 4th in the North Shore Conference senior division, and as well as the junior high girls within the North Shore Conference. And most recently at the Underwood meet last Saturday, there were about 20 teams competing, and our senior high boys placed 7th overall, which is not too bad considering the size of schools we're up against. The junior high boys division has been consistent in almost every meet we have attended, placing within the top 5 in every meet. We have some individuals from North Shore as well as Plaza that have set new records. Talking about Plaza school records this year, and I'll get into those later. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the letter winners for the 1989 season. Sophomore Lisa Warner. Freshman Carrie Petrick. Freshman Kelly Carna. Boys division, junior Tyler Schaefer. Freshman Tracy Zlotny. And 8th grade, Dean Holden. I would like to acknowledge that Lisa now owns the new record, the Plaza High School record in the discus. The old mark was set at, I believe, 82 feet. Lisa now owns the record at 91 feet 4 inches, I believe. Also, Carrie Petrick is a member of our 1,600-meter relay team, which consisted of 3 individuals from Plaza. She is now a member of the girls' 1,600-meter relay record team also. I would like to thank these individuals for participating. 4 of them, I guess, have participated the last year or 2. And individually, Lisa's done very well in the shot areas as well as the distance. Consistently throwing over 30 feet in the shot and within the 90 feet range in the discus. Tyler has been consistently throwing over 40 feet in the shot area, and at the Mulhall Invitational meet, which was held around April 28th, he and Lisa were the only 2 individuals that scored. This meet was consisted of roughly 25 teams. So it was quite an accomplishment for both those 2 to place in that meet. Tracy, and I'm probably repetitious talking about Tracy, is the kind of athlete and individual that will give you 100% no matter what he does. He never complains. You can put him in just about any event. He's always willing to try anything. He's been a big cog in our boys track program at the junior high level as well as the senior high level. We're looking for good things out of him in the next few years. Carrie Jo, if we were to award a most improved athlete in track, by far she would be my choice this season. She has increased her speed within the 400-meter dash as well as the 100-meter and 200-meter dash. She's been a cog in the wheel of our 1600-meter relay, as I just said, and I just want to acknowledge her efforts. A pleasant surprise this year is Kelly Karna, and we're also excited about having Kelly's talents in our program. She has been consistently bettering herself in her throws in the discus, as well as the shot and, I believe, javelin. So we also are looking for good things out of her. Dean, our 8th grader, has participated at the junior high level, and as I said, our success at the junior high level has been very rewarding, and he's been a part of that. And I hope that these individuals will be back next year, and even some more from those of you that are sitting in the crowd that will probably participate also. So I'd like to thank you for participating, and the regional meet is set for tomorrow at Tioga, and the bus will leave at 9:30. Thank you.
Part of the track team is kind of a big deal because there's a lot of people here, and it wouldn't be possible for us to practice over here if it wasn't for Miss Ostrom. Thanks, Miss Ostrom.
Next on the agenda is baseball awards, and we're missing Knott's Landing already, so we might as well stay on. We finish off 8 and 7 this year, and I guess when you look at things, you look at success, and most of the time you look at the record, but I think there's a lot more, and most of us coaches would take a look at that. And this year's baseball team gave me everything that I asked for, other than the air department. But they hustled, they had good attitudes, they didn't mouth off, they always asked what you said, and I really respect that, and I expect that out of the athletes, and I want to commend them on that. Would you please come up, and then I'll just hand out your letters in line as we get going here. Tracy Zablotny and Derek Zabrinsky, the freshmen. Brian Jans, Brent Larson, Scott Newcomb, Eric Wrench, Brent Shinfish, sophomores. Juniors, Scott Larson, Shannon Shinfish. Seniors, Jim Fry, Mark Larson, and Troy Walters. Also, I have 2 additional awards. One is the MVP and the best batting average. The best batting average is a statistical trophy, and the MVP is voted upon by the team. This year, the 2 awards go to Mark Larson.
Each year, the North Shore High School Education Association gives out a $400 scholarship to one of the most deserving seniors to help further their education in college. And on behalf of the association, I would like to present this year's recipient of the award to Joe Wrench.
The last item on our agenda tonight is the I Dare You Leadership Award. It's an award based on the basis of personal integrity, balanced living, motivation, and leadership. The two recipients, the two seniors this year that received this award are Joe Wrench and Mark Larson. In closing, there's one more thing that I'd like to do, and without the help of the people mainly that are sitting here and a few sitting in the bleachers there, it wouldn't be possible. I want to thank you, and I think the kids owe you a big round of applause. Thank you.